Many beginners getting into dieting think that they have to stick to one diet method, but what if I told you that mixing diet principles can get you a 1 + 1 = 3 effect with your weight loss? So what do I exactly mean by this? When I first started dieting, I took it very slow. The very first thing I did was I just removed a little bit of sugar from my coffee. I kept on going at it up until I hit a certain plateau. I lost around 1 to 2 kilos, which is like 2 to 4 pounds from simply just removing sugar, and then once I plateaued there, I progressively overloaded this a little bit further and I just removed all junk food from my diet. This caused a substantial amount of weight loss, but once again, I would hit a plateau soon and then I would have to incorporate a new diet principle. So this is where this comes into play. Once I hit the plateau, I combined not eating junk food with eating from smaller plates to get a 1 + 1 = 3 effect. I lost a substantial and exponential amount of weight once I just added this one diet principle to one that I was already following. Then once I hit an even bigger and harder plateau, I added some elements from the keto diet into my weight loss strategy. So not only was I not eating junk food, I was reducing some carbs here and there, and then I was also eating from smaller plates. I kept on going at this up until I reached my next plateau, which then I could only overcome by tracking calories. Adding all these together, I made some massive blueprint of a diet that works for myself and I deploy any single time I want to lose weight currently. You need to experiment to see what works. This is why I always encourage people to take dieting slower and to not just go and rush into the quick fad diets, because those are not the ones that you're going to follow that are going to actually help you lose weight. It's building your own dieting protocol from just experimentation and seeing what works that's actually going to give you some tangible results. So like for me, I tried the keto diet at first and it didn't really work, but looking back, I now incorporate some aspects of keto that I learned from that phase of my life into my diet nowadays. So by simply experimenting, you will find out what works for you and you'll be able to make your own diet that will foster the most consistency with your own lifestyle. So try it all. Try keto, try carnivore, try various portion control methods like try intermittent fasting, try OMAD, try using smaller forks and utensils, try the hand palm methods, try tracking calories. The more things you can try, the more things you can find that will work for you. And so what is the end game of all of this? As I previously mentioned, within months to a couple of years, you're gonna find the perfect set of diet hacks that you can just intermingle and intertwine between one another to get the ultimate weight loss protocol for yourself that will always work for the rest of your life. So instead of following some random fad diets, some random weird liquid detoxes, how about you actually settle down and do this the hard way to get the most effective results? Yes, it may take a bit of experimentation here and there. It might be a pain in the ass for a couple of weeks and months, but once you get it, it's permanent. I wish I could explain this to you. Following this gives you the highest probability of success compared to any other diet protocol because, well, you're trying all of them and seeing what works for you. And look, you might find one and lose a little bit of weight with that, but then you hit a plateau. You need to remember that once you add another dieting principle to this principle, they'll have this like cumulative exponential effect, and the more you add on to there, the more exponential it gets. So you might only be able to lose a couple of pounds with keto, but if you add intermittent fasting into that, and then you add calorie tracking into that, and then you add portion control into that, you may be able to lose like 20, 30, 100 pounds once you add up these principles. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this, press the first link in the description. We have a completely free Skool community, and I recently made a free fat loss masterclass. I'm probably going to make this community paid, so if you join now, you get everything for free. If I give you anything of value, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.